My two beautiful children are having a difficult time leaving me alone. They are afraid I might not be there when they get home from school. They have been severely traumatized by this event, and this, to me, is the greatest tragedy of all. All this damage by someone who still shows absolutely no remorse for her actions.
The final chapter in the saga of the Long Island Lolita, Amy Fisher coming face to face with her victim.
Sometimes I think this is a nightmare and it didn't happen, and then I realize that it did.
It was the first time Amy Fisher had seen Mary Jo Buttafuoco since May 19, 1992, the day she sauntered up to the Long Island housewife's home and put a bullet in her head. This time, the two met in a court to hear a judge sentence Amy Fisher to 5 to 15 years in prison.
For many months, you had stalked Mary Jo Buttafuoco like a wild animal stalks its prey. Motivated by lust and passion, you were a walking stick of dynamite with the fuse lit.
The seductive teenager says she had a steamy romance with Mary Jo Buttafuoco's husband, Joey, a man old enough to be her father. He was the 36-year-old owner of the local auto body shop. She was a 16-year-old high school student when she says the affair began. Today, Amy Fisher stuck to her story.
These things, Your Honor, they are all true. They are facts. And I cannot and will not take them back for the sake of harmony.
Mary Jo spoke of her own truths and railed against the girl who permanently disfigured her.
The bullet is still lodged in the base of my brain and causes me constant pain and suffering. The future holds numerous operations, and if there is any unnatural movement of the bullet, I am faced with paralysis and perhaps even death.
She defends her husband of 20 years, the father of her two young children. Police say Joey Buttafuoco initially admitted to having an affair with Amy Fisher. Today, at a news conference, he claimed he never had sex with the teenager.
Amy Fisher is a liar and has zero credibility. She knows that. I know she's a liar. I know she has no credibility.
Joey was not in court today. Once again, Mary Jo faced Amy Fisher alone. She read a letter written by her young daughter, Jessica.
Thank you for putting Amy Fisher in jail. She has done so many bad things to my family and I. Please make Amy Fisher stay in jail for a very long time so she can't hurt my mom again. My daddy, brother, Paul, and I love her very much.
The judge showed no sympathy for Amy.
You are a tragedy and disgrace to yourself, to your family, to your friends, and to society. And you deserve no less than the maximum sentence I can impose by law.
Amy said she was sorry.
If I could change everything, I would. If I could put my hand over her face and make it go away, I would.
While Amy and her lawyer are still furious that Jo Buttafuoco was never charged with any crime, the prosecutor says he is leaving Joey alone.
Amy Fisher was not believable, and we don't prosecute people because they're called lowlifes.
Even before today's formal sentencing, Amy had already chosen to return to jail to escape the media circus that drove her to 2 suicide attempts.
I don't want to be the Amy Fisher that stands here today. I want to be the Amy Fisher that I was before I met Jo Buttafuoco in November of 1990.
Today is a shameful day. It's shameful for me and for my family.
Martha Stewart was confident and defiant when she spoke after her sentencing. She stood tall and looked directly into the camera as she recalled her stock scandal.
What was a small personal matter became, over the last 2 years, an almost fatal circus event of unprecedented proportions. I have been choked and almost suffocated to death during that time.
Martha spoke right here in the courthouse steps just minutes after being sentenced to 5 months in jail, 5 months house arrest, and 2 years probation. It was the minimum she could have gotten. Judge Miriam Cedarbaum told the court that she was influenced by the more than 1,500 letters she received in support of Martha. The judge told Martha that she had read each and every one of those letters, including some from celebrities like Bill Cosby and Rosie O'Donnell, and said that Martha had helped many people and had hundreds of admirers.
I would like to thank everybody who stood by me, who wished me well, wave to me on the street like these lovely people over here.
Martha was greeted by well-wishers as she arrived at court with her attorneys and daughter Alexis. That's Alexis in the powder blue dress.
Hold your head high, Martha!
Her supporters had gathered since early morning, holding signs that read, "Free Martha" and "Martha, stay strong." She thanked them and apologized to the 200 employees at her company who lost their jobs.
I want them to know how very, very sorry I am for them and their families.
The style guru smiled as she addressed the crowd. But earlier in court, when she stood up and appealed to the judge for mercy, Martha broke down. Author Dominic Dunn, a longtime friend of Martha's, was in the courtroom. How do you describe Martha's reaction in court?
I think she handled it very, very well. She didn't show any emotion. She didn't show emotion until she made her statement.
Martha now faces 5 months in federal prison, most likely at a minimum security facility in Danbury, Connecticut. What should she expect? Alan Eisner wrote Gates of Injustice, The Crisis in America's Prisons.
It's not just a reality check, it's a harsh reality check. It's nobody wants to go through prison in their lives, and it's not going to be a pleasant experience for her.
But friends of Martha's like art dealer Richard Fagan say she'll take prison life in her stride.
I would think that she's going to probably teach everybody how to cook.
After her prison term, Martha will have to wear an ankle monitor and remain under house arrest at her 150-acre estate in Bedford, New York. But if her statement today is any indication, the domestic diva is not too concerned about the drastic lifestyle changes that lie ahead.
Whatever I have to do in the next few months, I hope the months go by quickly. I'm used to all kinds of hard work, as you know, and I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid whatsoever.
This beautiful young woman is about to go on trial for her life, accused of the savage, frenzied murder of her ex-boyfriend.
I know that I'm innocent. God knows I'm innocent. Travis knows I'm innocent.
She's talking about Travis Alexander, a popular motivational speaker she dated for 5 months. The steamy affair with Jodi Arias came to an end last year when she says she discovered he was cheating.
It wasn't very pretty. Breakups are never easy, but that sort of signified the end of our relationship.
Last June, Travis was brutally murdered. Travis Alexander was found dead in his shower here at his luxury home in Mesa, Arizona. He was shot in the face, stabbed 27 times, and his throat was slit from ear to ear. Police found a camera here at the crime scene. On it, provocative naked photographs of Jodi Arias and Travis Alexander, taken the day he was viciously murdered. Another photograph shows Travis seriously wounded and bleeding. Prosecutors say 28-year-old Jodi went to her former boyfriend's home for a final tryst, took the provocative photographs, then murdered him. They even have Jodi's palm print in his blood.
Did you kill Travis Alexander?
I absolutely did not kill Travis Alexander. I had nothing to do with his murder. I didn't harm him in any way.
I met Jodi Arias for a jailhouse interview, her hair now light brown, and she dropped a bombshell, describing for the first time what she says happened the day of the murder.
I witnessed Travis being attacked by 2 other individuals.
Who?
I don't know who they were. I couldn't pick them out in a police lineup.
So what happened?
They came into his home and attacked us both.
She says a man and a woman wearing masks burst into the home and attacked both of them. Jodi claims she fled but was too terrified to call the police.
I'm not proud that I just left my friend there to be slaughtered at the hands of 2 other people. I'm not proud of that at all.
You understand, you look guilty here.
I understand that everything, all of the evidence against me right now is very compelling.
What really happened in there?
In a nutshell, 2 people took Travis's life, 2 monsters.
You did not shoot Travis.
No, I've never even shot a real gun.
You did not stab him 27 times.
No, that's heinous.
Or slit his throat from ear to ear.
I can't imagine slitting anyone's throat.
Jodi Arias is sticking to her story that 2 mystery killers murdered her former boyfriend, and she's convinced a jury will believe her.
No jury is going to convict me.
Why not?
Because I'm innocent, and you can mark my words on that one. No jury will convict me. I am very sorry for the enormous pain that I've caused the people that love Travis.
At her sentencing Monday, Jodi Arias apologized to the grieving family of Travis Alexander, the ex-boyfriend she was convicted of murdering.
I'm truly disgusted and I'm repulsed with myself. I'm horrified because of what I did, and I wish there was some way I could take it back.
Alexander's 3 sisters also spoke. They sobbed as they pleaded with the judge to show Arias no mercy.
I see the pain in our faces and the tears we've cried, and it never stops.
Then, as Arias stood before her in prison stripes, Judge Sherry Stevens pronounced the sentence.
The defendant shall be incarcerated in the Department of Corrections for the rest of her natural life with no possibility of parole.
So there it is. The long saga of Jodi Arias is over. She may have escaped the death penalty, but she'll spend the rest of her life behind bars.